The Senate Judiciary Committee looking for answers from Loretta Lynch on whether or not she intervened in the Clinton email server investigation. One of the questions in the letter to Loretta Lynch reading, quote, "During your time in the Justice Department, did you ever have communications with former DNC chairwoman Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz, her staff, her associates, or any other current or former DNC officials about the Clinton email investigation?" Let's bring in Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano. Judge, can they force Loretta Lynch to testify?
Yes, of course they can force Loretta Lynch to testify. I agree essentially with what former Attorney General Alberto Gonzales told Maria yesterday in the clip that you just ran, but I would actually extend it one step farther. There is enough evidence here, just on the basis of the little snippets given to the Senate Intelligence Committee by former FBI Director Jim Comey, that Mrs. Lynch was either conflicted or working at odds with the Justice Department and in behalf of Mrs. Clinton's campaign and the DNC when she told them to use different terminology for the investigation. Now, the terminology really doesn't matter. The FBI was investigating Mrs. Clinton anyway, but the terminology, let's call it a matter, not an investigation. This resulted in some FBI agents teasing the director, saying, "Oh, you're now the director of the Federal Bureau of Matters rather than the Federal Bureau of Investigations." But the terminology may be indicative of a mindset on the part of Attorney General Lynch that she was going to do whatever she could to prevent Mrs. Clinton from getting indicted, and the Senate Judiciary Committee is entitled to inquire into that. So is the Justice Department. This is not under Bob Mueller. This is not involved with the Russians. The DOJ itself, Jeff Sessions, can assign a team of investigators, FBI agents and prosecutors, to investigate his predecessor as to whether or not she obstructed justice or behaved in a way that constitutes misconduct in office by preventing or doing everything she could to slow down or impede the investigation of Mrs. Clinton.
Judge, wasn't it not only just what happened with Comey's testimony, but there's also assertions that she actually did tell other Democratic operatives that she would prevent this matter from going too far?
That's the reason for the question that Senator Grassley's people wrote to Attorney General Lynch about her communications with Debbie Wasserman Schultz, a congresswoman from Florida and at the time the chair of the Democratic National Committee. It is alleged, this document has not seen the light of day, if it exists, that there is one or several emails between Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Loretta Lynch concerning the behavior that Loretta Lynch will take to further the DNC interests while Mrs. Lynch was the Attorney General.
What about
that, if it happened, would be misconduct in office.
What's the punishment then?
What's a felony, depending upon exactly what charge, what they charged her with. It could be 5 or 10 years in jail. It's very serious. It's the equivalent of obstruction of justice. It's the same allegations they're making about the president.
Incredible.